I had, my grandfather was the most important thing in my life when I grew up. My father was never around. And my grandparents and my mother both raised me. Two different houses, sometimes two different states. Um, when I turned, everything was fine in the beginning. My grandfather did everything I could imagine. And then he committed suicide. And he was an alcoholic. Things were okay then, being raised by my mother. We got along real well till I got to the age of 13, and was in seventh grade, and that's when she introduced me to marijuana. And it went from pot, and a year later to cocaine, to a year later to meth. At home with my mother, I was in and out of the hospital from a coma to half dead, and to walk out of a hospital after being in there for 2 weeks, having to learn to walk again. I was so bad, and to come right out and go, walk out of the hospital and walk into a liquor store. Was down at a boat launch in Milwaukee and drinking, and somebody seen me take a drink off a bottle and called the police, and officers showed up down there. Real nice guy. He could have taken me to jail in that minute. I was drunk, and he didn't. He looked at me, and after he got done talking to me, he goes, not too many people I've ever seen in your condition. He goes, you need help. He goes, I'm gonna give you an address and a phone number, and he goes, I want you to call him. And anyway, he came back with Cityteam's address and phone number. And I've worked down in downtown Portland, route delivery, everything, and I've never seen this place. Never even heard of it. And so I came in and I talked to Roger, and as a month went by and the clouds started leaving my head, I started to realize what that was. And what that was me reaching out to God, something I never did. I'd always prayed for things or cussed at him or whatever because he didn't give me what I wanted when I prayed for him. That kind of thing, that, addict thinking. And I just started praying and things started happening. And I got to say, being in this program here now 7 months, and I haven't felt this right here, what I'm feeling today, since I was 13. I haven't been sober this long since I was 13. And actually didn't even remember what it was like. There was times where I got a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. That's not really being sober. And I'm enjoying every minute of this. Nothing's going to take me back. God, I hope not. God willing. I've got too much going for me now. My little girl, my youngest one, she's 19, and the one thing, I kept praying to God all the time was for her to say the words that I wanted to hear. I got really close to my youngest daughter. She's my baby. I call them both baby. But she kind of distanced herself from me, and she was the hardest one. She wanted this father figure that she deserved in her life, and I screwed that all up. And that probably hurt me the most with her because I wasn't there for her. Her mom went through breast cancer and everything, and all I did was sit in Utah and drink. And even after being told that you need to do something because, their mother thought she was going to die. And instead of manning up and being a man, I just drank some more to make that pain go away. I got, and that's where I lost her. And I've been praying and praying and praying that she would come back to me, that she would talk to me. She's very quiet to me. And she comes to family day all the time here. with my granddaughter, and it's great, and we're getting closer. And on Christmas, I got to go and spend it with both of my daughters and both of my granddaughters and my son-in-law at their house before the kids got up for Christmas. And the baby, she's 7 months old, and she was even opening up presents. And my other granddaughter, she's 2.5. And my youngest daughter, she hands me my gift, and she had made me a blanket. And she made me a pillow once I'll never forget that I wore out sleeping on. It was pretty much the same kind of thing, and in my gift there was she wrote a letter to me instead of a card, Christmas card, and she folded it up in a little heart, and she said, I still haven't read it, the whole thing. I got 3/4 of the way through it, and it was like, all I could do is put my arms around her. Because she said everything that I've been praying to God that she'd say to me. She's proud of me. She's proud and to see that I'm doing good in my program, and that she's got she knows that someday when I'm done, I'm going to be able to be that father figure for her again, and how much she loves me, and glad I woke up.